Welcome to Agadir and the final block on day 2 of competition of the Agadir Grand-Prix 2018. Agadir is a shining gem on Morocco's coastline. It's a city that offers fine beaches and 300 days of sunshine. Agadir is also near to the Anti-Atlas and the Sahara, making it a great base to explore some of Morocco's outstanding natural features. We're going to begin this final block with the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 63 kilo category. That features Yasmine Holaville of France. She's up against Vivian Herrmann of Germany. It'll be Holaville in the white judogi and Herrmann in blue. And with commentary on this and all the medal matches, there's a very warm welcome to former world champion Loretta Cusack-Doyle.
Very much, Sheldon, and yes, we'll be kicking off with the under 63s. 10 athletes participated in this weight category, and we're down to the last 6 athletes.
The referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico.
Holaville, as you see, 20 years of age, her opponent 24, 4 years her senior. Now, very little between these young ladies. Holaville, 5th in the Junior World Championships and 7th in the Junior European Championships. One of the strongest results this young lady from France has had. She's up against Herrmann of Germany, 5th in Cancun last year, and already has set her sights on this bronze medal here in this Grand Prix in Agadir. th position in the world ranking for Herrmann. There's those 4 years experience. Will this be enough that will take that medal? Well, Herrmann coming in with a great start with Uchimata. Didn't get the rotation that she required, but Holaville working away in the Niwaza. Herrmann throwing that right arm over the top, controlling the head quite nicely. Drop attack from the French, finding herself in a little bit of a predicament there. Again, once more, Herrmann throwing that right hand over, trying to control the head movement. Draws her opponent down into her knees, following it through, looking for what looks to be the Sangaku turn. Referee calling a mate quite quickly there. Again, that right hand very, very strong of the German as she hops in for the Uchimata.
Left the support leg a little bit too far away there, didn't she?
Just slightly, yes.
You know, the throwing leg was okay, that was in there, but just that bit too far away and too much to ask.
Oh yes, well, that was a lovely attack there from the French. She stepped right across, digged in at the back of the knee there, but just didn't get the upper body control to get the spin on it. But nevertheless, one of the stronger attacks we've seen so far. So Holaville now, as you can see, with that right hand drawing her opponent's head, jacket comes off, so losing a little bit of the control.
Chance for Holaville just to tidy things up and think about what's coming next.
Compose herself.
Yeah.
Started off very slowly so far in this bronze medal final, but has started to step it up into the next gear. Herrmann taking a little bit longer than expected in fixing her gi. And Holaville right into the attack, but on the receiving end of that high right hand grip. Draws her head down and finds herself back into the Niwaza position as Herman now goes for the attack in the ground. Once more, very little on offer there in the Niwaza. Well, Holloway picks up a Shido there for touching the leg. Gets the right hand high collar grip, drawing her opponent, but as you can see, Herman backing out the back way, pulling her own jacket really, allowing that jacket to go over the head, and picks up a Shido for that. Once more the head goes down. She's obviously very unhappy with that high collar grip. It's causing her a few problems, really unsettles her, and Holloway really knows that and is piling more and more pressure. Seems to grow in confidence. The Osotogari stumbling her opponent down into the ground. Now it's Holloway that needs to tidy herself up. Referee obviously doesn't want the same palaver as we had before and the length of time that it took for the gi to be settled, but Holloway blocks the drop Seoinage. Herman attempts there is to brace on her opponent and following it through into the ground. Herman throwing that right hand, didn't connect this time. Holloway coming in with the Seoinage movement, but didn't manage to connect well enough to call it a good attack. Well, I'm surprised neither one of them really want to dabble in the Niwaza. Not much attempt has been made to investigate down there in the ground, looking for an opportunity. But we're into the last half a minute of this contest. An Uchimata attempt from Herman, which was a very slow and lazy attempt, which could have cost her if her opponent had reacted quick enough.
Missed by quite a long way with that, didn't she?
Well, you could read that one coming, couldn't you? And if Holloway had reacted, she could have sidestepped it or used the upper body control to get a spin on that, but sadly she didn't read into it too well. So we're now going into golden score. Very difficult to say which way this is going to go. Herman started off very strong in the beginning of the contest, but Holloway seems to be getting stronger as the minutes have progressed, and now into golden score. Controlling the sleeves, got steps across for the what looked to be the Siotoshi there. Again, didn't get a bit of a turn on that, so nevertheless a good strong attack for France. Once more she ties up that sleeves. The German a little bit out there, sitting down.
What saved Herman there is that she didn't have the hands.
She didn't put the hands down. Yes, we saw that yesterday, didn't we?
Same situation.
A little bit of a debate. I'm
yeah,
still
same here. Same
on
here.
that.
Because there's nothing different, you know. Puts her on her backside, no hands, no score. Puts her on her backside, hands go at the back, you know.
And like you say, the only difference would have made for a score is if the hand had gone down to brace that movement.
See if Herman attempts something on the ground here. No.
Well, I'm
You're
very
right.
surprised. Both of them have not really dabbled down there at all. They're really a little bit apprehensive, both of them, and obviously not confident in the Niwaza. Holloway starting now to slow up a little bit. Just seems to be all tied up with the grips at this moment, neither one of them creating an opportunity for themselves. But there's Herman that's picked up her second Shido. She throws that right hand over the Osotogari from Holloway was there. Again, didn't embrace it enough to go forward and be guts enough to drive off the back leg and go for the Osotogari. But the opportunity was there for her. She throws that right hand over the top. Once more, the head comes down, out of the jacket.
Olavila's looked the more likely of the two to score. And as Herman begins to tire as well, another determined effort from the French fighter may result in her coming up with that score.
Overstretched there, was a gutsy move there, but she really did overstretch on that back leg. It could have actually backfired on her there.
Yeah, when she felt that it wasn't as strong as it should be, she turned the direction, didn't she?
Yeah,
and then
she tried to turn it from the Osoto into the Siotoshi.
Yeah.
Now you always get a little bit nervous here as both athletes are asked to correct their gi.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
Olavila's just been that little bit more busy, hasn't she?
And there you have it. Third and final, Shido goes to Herman, and the win goes to Orlaville. Bronze medal goes back to France.
Congratulations, first medal in a Grand Prix.
The first Grand Prix medal for Yasmin Olaviol. It's going to be a long walk back for both athletes because they went the wrong way to begin with.
Yes.
Right, we come to the second of the bronze medal contests now. Sofia Bellatar of Morocco faces Inbal Shemesh of Israel. It's Bellatar in the white judogi, Shemesh in blue.
Well, when you see the statistics there, no head-to-head, 23-21, and both are first dan. But based on performance today, I would say that the Israeli has had just that little bit of an edge there. Shemesh, it's a bit more of a gutsier performance today. But the Moroccan is on home soil and she'll have this crowd totally behind her. And for me, Bellatar could possibly just take it here today in this competition.
The referee in the middle for this one is Khalid Anwar Ali of Egypt.
Bellatar, 23 years of age. My favourite technique is the Sienagi. We've seen that a few times.
Shemesh won't want to be seeing it.
Nope, definitely. African champion last year. Also in the Tunis African Open, a 7th place. Well, the crowd just erupts and all she needed to do was move her feet. There's a Wazari on the board now and Bellatar takes the lead. Now that's got to boost her confidence, no end, as she continues there.
Not sure if that was a score, to be honest. The first thoughts on that were no. And now they're going to take a look at it. We haven't seen a replay as yet, but we're going to see one now.
We'll
here.
see one now, let's see. Very strong. Well, possibly not, no. Landed on her front, the shoulders were in front. The elbow stopped her from being rotated over. But it woke this crowd up anyway, so keep everybody up on their toes.
Can't get the turnover going.
Shemesh in the under-23 European Championships last year picked up a 5th place, along with a silver medal in Minsk European Open. Belatau here, though, fighting extremely hard. Defends the drop Sianagi.
Shani Hershko, the Israeli coach, up on his feet, screaming at Shemesh, desperate for this medal.
Well, what we do know about the Israeli team, they're a very fit bunch of ladies. Quite an aggressive approach to their judo. Belatau doing extremely well against her, though. Looks to be ragged about a little bit there at the edge of the mat, as you can see.
Had to throw that in there. It was either that effort or step out.
Yes. Shemesh, as you can see, with the high collar grip, drawing her opponent's head down. Looking quite strong, but it's that arm that's luring round the waist there for the counter, and there you have it. The Osakomi is also on. And for Belatau, I think that is her chance of a medal gone. But a well-deserving 5th place goes to Morocco. That Shemesh takes the bronze medal for Israel.
Bronze medals in blue, representing Israel, Shemesh. First medal for Shemesh in Grand-Prix.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights, and then we'll be back with the final.
The highlights on the screen.
We come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Andrea Leški of Slovenia faces Katharina Hecker of Australia. It's Leški in the white judogi, Hecker in blue.
Well, as you can see, no head-to-head, 21 to 25 first stand both, but wins 65 to 27. Well, this young lady, Leški, has had a lot of wins under her belt. A little bit less experience, but has already been on a bit of a roll.
We had a gold medal winner from Slovenia yesterday.
Yes, that's
with
correct.
Adrian Gomba.
Junior world and European medals, it doesn't count. So Hecker there, as you can see, very strong right-handed grip over the top, controlling that left shoulder nicely, but Leški just pushes it away, dismisses the whole movement. and gives herself a little bit more breathing space and movement to then try and take some control back.
Well, she's got a useful training partner in Tina Tursteniak.
So you can't get any better than Tina Tursteniak. And that was one of the biggest surprises in Dusseldorf, but they just replaced roles, didn't they?
Yeah.
Tina being the number 1 seed going into that tournament, and Leski ended up winning the gold medal.
There was the expectation of a Slovenian win, and so it turned out.
Yes, just different person we were expecting. So Heka here, trying desperate to get past. She's got a very strong lapel grip there. Leski trying to open it up slightly, using her feet to get a reaction off her opponent on the edge there. Heka just waiting that little bit too long. Now there was some ashiwazas, but I didn't think that was justified, to be honest there. I know the ashiwazas wasn't that great, but then the Australian didn't do very much either. So possibly one apiece that should have been. Uchimata Koichi got it beautifully executed.
She should score there. She's coming off there, but she should score.
She rescued it very well.
I like it. I like it for a score.
I think Leski got a score there. She had control right the way through, even on the landing, even though there was a counter attempt, but she was still executing and controlled that last movement, where they would say it was maybe she lost control
just with
on
the
that
hand
land, putting her hand down.
Koichi, that brings her down.
That was the,
Yeah. Now there's the question of control.
That's
at the
it.
end.
That's
Wazari. Yeah. We liked it for a score, and so
definitely.
it is. I don't know why, but I've just got the feeling that Heka, instead of opening up now that she's a Wazari down, is going to come under even more pressure and find it more difficult.
I think so. I think this will create much more opportunities for Leski.
Yeah.
Well, Heka, she's a big girl in this weight category. She looks very powerful indeed. She's totally dismissing that sort of movement there that's on the edge of the contest area. But she's dismissing it. She's actually blocking, and Heka needs now to start taking a little bit more control. And in this contest, if she wants to come back from here. Attempts the Sodi there, didn't actually get the leverage that she required, and comes over the top, high collar grip, head-to-head situation here on the edge. But again, Leski puts in the attack. She's first each time. Heka once more, she has the powerful grip, a big harai. Again, loses the balance, and Leski then drives on the supporting leg to knock her down into the ground. Both opting for similar grip, high collar grips. Heka has control of that sleeve. Leski being very powerful indeed there.
There's the second.
Nicely rotated her opponent, just pure upper body control, scoring a Wazari Aseti upon.
Threatened over the hip and that outstretched left leg on so many occasions. She just has a little punch of the air and then settles back down. She's not the kind of athlete to go jumping up and down and running around.
So that was a great win there for Leski, who takes her second medal within a couple of weeks. Won the gold in Dusseldorf, and now a gold here. So one Grand Slam gold medalist and one Grand Prix gold medalist.
Yeah, the Dusseldorf win was her first Grand Slam gold, and oddly enough, she's won a Grand Slam gold before she's won a Grand Prix gold. She had 3 bronze medals in Grand Prix, and now she goes out, wins a Grand Slam, and then comes back to win back-to-back tournaments and takes a Grand Prix as well. All of a sudden, the results are just looking so good for her.
Very good for Slovenia in total.
Yeah.
Tina Turchinjak as well.
Well, she was number 9 in the world before this, and this is going to push her up maybe 1 or 2 places. So they'll have, definite. If they send these two to the European Championships, if they both go to the Europeans, they could be, I suppose, 1 and 4 or 1 and 5, depending on who's above them. But sport for choice, Slovenia. And the good thing for Leszki was that in the Grand Slam in Dusseldorf, she beat Tsugane Megumi of Japan in that final. So it was a top draw win.
Definitely a very good win.
Right, we come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category. Bekadil Shaimyadenov of Kazakhstan faces Ahmed El Meziati of Morocco. It's Shahi Medanov in white, El Meziati in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Artur Fando of Belarus. Here's Loretta.
Well, it was quite strange to look at the statistics there on paper. Obviously you've got El Meziati that is the strongest on paper, but on performance Kazakhstan has been looking very, very strong out there, but 232 or something in the world ranking, and he has had no wins by a pon. He's had something like about 4, but I'm not sure if that's much to go on. I just think we've most probably updated the statistics there. Based on the performance, this man's had a few wins under his belt. El Meziati got caught very cold there. Shamadenov there, great start. Wazari already on the board within 15 seconds of contest starting. Meziati has now had a bit of a wake-up call here. Can he bounce back from that? That's the main question we all ask. He's got a great support here. The crowd have been supporting him all the way here. Well, he seems to be a little bit apprehensive here, engaging with the Kazakhstan. I'm not surprised, as he was caught so cold in the opening seconds of this contest. It's going to take him a little while just to settle down in this contest here. A couple of drops there from the Kazakhstan. Koso Dagari from Meridov. Drops the Nagiv off the Ouchigari. And Meziati really not wanting to double down in the Niwaza, picks up the first Shido, to the crowd's disappointment here. El Meziati here really finding it very difficult to get through the defences of the Kazakhstan, who's maintaining that lead quite comfortably at the moment. Drops under there for Ryoko Sutemiwaza there, but both picking up a Shido apiece. Now that puts El Maserati under even more pressure. One more Shido would result in the hand sokumaki. A minute and a half remaining in this contest. Can he do something special here? Well, he'll desperately want to keep this bronze medal here in Morocco. But already it's looking to be a very tall order for him as he battles away the defences on the area, right on the edge of the contest area. Drop Sianagi attempt there. The Moroccan piling a bit more pressure on. So we're into the last minute. 49 seconds remaining now in this bronze medal final. Well, El Maserati really has to do something special. He has to step it up another gear, really. It's all or nothing situation. He's got nothing to lose. He's got it all to gain. He's a Wazari down. Still a little bit flat on the feet here. This Moroccan really has to start sparking somehow. As it comes over the top. Drops Sianagi, but the arm lock's there. Oh, I just missed out. There was an opportunity missed. Well, he throws that arm over deep again. Can he really just try and pull something out of here? Can he go for it? Does he have the guts to do it? Well, he's got nothing to lose. The defences are there for the Kazakhstan. He knows there's only seconds left, but a well-earned fifth place goes to El Maserati. He really did put everything into that last minute, but sadly, it wasn't to be today a medal for Morocco.
Yeah, El Maserati giving it everything. However, there were 17 seconds left on the clock and he failed to put an attack in. He tried to harass the Kazakh fighter, but without coming up with a real attack. And as Loretta was saying, you know, nothing to lose, go for it, throw yourself at him. But Shaim Medanov, the Kazakh fighter, was able to withstand whatever it was that El Maserati had to throw at him.
And that was just right at the beginning of the whole contest, the first opening 20 seconds of that contest where it all went horribly wrong.
And then he almost had the chance with the arm lock.
Oh, he lost that. Yeah, it was there. He just let it slip through. But a well-deserved medal there goes to Kazakhstan. He had to work for that. And there you have it. There's the highlights of that very win. Beautifully executed on Sianagi.
We've got another bronze medal contest coming up now. Anthony Zing of Germany faces Dmitro Kanivets of Ukraine. It'll be Zing in the white judogi, Kanivets in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Turbat and Tsetseg of Mongolia.
Well, there's a head-to-head one apiece, so it's a 50-50 shot here. 24 to 26, 2 years senior, 39 wins both apiece. So really, on paper, there's nothing that's going to divide these two. And who will get that third win? Kanivets, for me, is the hot favourite for this bronze medal. Predict him earlier on for a medal here today. Kanevets, Grand Prix last year, took the gold medal along with a Grand Prix in Budapest, a silver. Very familiar territory for him as he battles away for a bronze medal here today. Zing, now as you can see, trying to work away in the Newaza, looking for an opportunity. Obviously doesn't feel there's much on offer there for him. Zing's 7th place in Düsseldorf a couple of weeks ago. Also picked up a bronze medal in The Hague back in November. Zing favouring the Uchimata. Looks like he's trying to set that up there and quite nicely. As you can see, the left hand on the lapel, the elbow trying to tuck under the armpit. It's taking a little bit too long to set that up, so both athletes picking up a Shido apiece. Kanevets throwing that right hand high over onto the collar, follows, draws his opponent down into the Newaza, and then tries to create something there. Working on that arm, trying to draw the arm over. As you can see, the leg on the back of the head, gets the nice turn, needs to now settle it down and control. He's got his leg caught up there, and really trying to pull that arm over the leg caught, it's going to be difficult to get the submission. So 1 minute to 52, just over the halfway mark now. Shido apiece. Kanevets driving on towards his opponent. He's got the higher grip, but there you can see the left hand blocking in the inside from Zing as he tries to get that sleeve grip. Both of them battling away, and I think this could be a Shido apiece. Well, they've opted for Kanevets to pick the second Shido up for trying to hold back that sleeve. On the hips, right in there for Zing. Just one hand on, really couldn't have been that effective for a finish, but still got him up on his toes anyway. Kanevets throwing that arm once more over the top, trying to clamber over top of his opponent as Zing blocks him once more. Both hands on the inside. Big harai attempt there from the Ukraine. Again, he gets the hands over the top. Kanevets doing a lot of work here, trying to control the pace of this contest. Zing comes in with the Uchimata, that's his favourite technique, and it's there. And scores a Wazari, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect for that.
What do we talk about, the 40 seconds?
I know, you said it many a time.
Worst time to give up a score because it goes so quickly here.
Now, well, they've just put it on the right side at the beginning. So Zing now leads with a Wazari based off the Uchimata, and the clock ticks away nicely. We're coming up to the last half a minute. Can Kanevets come back from this? Well, he's technically got great judo to be able to do that, and he will open up now, so it will be, can he come back, or will he open himself up to getting caught again? Steps across again, once comes round the back, or two opportunities lost there. Kanevets in the wrong place at the wrong time now, as the clock ticks away with seconds remaining. And Zing, as you can see, has a sneaky look up at the clock just to say, how long have I got? He's not interested in doing anything in the Newaza. All he wants is that clock to tick away and collect that bronze medal.
And I mean, it was 49 seconds this time instead of 40. That's normally the time I'm talking about. It just goes so quickly. A few exchanges,
That's
done,
it.
Especially if one of them
Goes
is
into the Niwaza.
in the Niwaza. Yeah.
You can lose a good 15 seconds in Niwaza.
So Anthony Zing of Germany it is who overcomes Dmytro Kanivets of Ukraine to take the second of the bronze medals in the under 73 kilo category.
The winner and bronze medalist in white, representing Germany.
Well, this final coming up is going to be a very interesting one. I've gone for the underdog here, the younger of the two athletes.
Chiloglu.
Chiloglu was one of my picked favourites at the beginning of the day.
Let's take a look first at the highlights from this one, and then we'll be back with the final and Loretta's pick.
The highlights on the screen.
De cette confrontation sur vos écrans.
We come now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. Musa Magushkov of Russia faces Bilal Chiloglu of Turkey. It'll be Magushkov in the white judogi, Chiloglu in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Frank Wolf of Germany.
As you can see, no head-to-heads, 30, but what's a difference in maturity. 30 years of age the Russian is to 19 years of age, still a junior by age, but what an experienced and mature fight he's given here this weekend.
It's an interesting situation for Magushkov because we've got the Grand Slam coming up next week in Ekaterinburg in Russia. So my money is on the team already having been picked for Ekaterinburg, and Magushkov isn't in it because it's a week in between. Having said that, Magushkov goes to take this. This pushes him up ahead of his nearest rival in the Russian team, Denis Iyatsev, who's not here and will probably be fighting in Ekaterinburg. The pressure's back on him because after this there's the European Championship.
So who do they select?
Exactly, who do you go for? Anyway, we're underway with this one, and it looks as though it's going to be
well, it's a feisty start, isn't it? There, Chiloglu coming out, really given a fight here at the beginning, is more or less trying to get him in before he is hitting him first before he can be hit back. I think this is the situation. I think this young lad is running on nervous energy at the particular moment.
And Magushkov was just a little bit slow to get to his feet there. I mean, it's only the first 30 seconds, but he's just gathering himself, saying, whoa, it's a bit of a start, isn't it?
Do you not know who I am?
Yeah. No way to treat an older guy.
Exactly. Well, 11 years of a difference here in maturity. Magushkov, there, as you can see, with the arm over the top, that left hand trying to cup the head. Well, Chiloglu, who's saying 19 years of age, junior world silver medalist and cadet European champion, has hit some really good targets on the way to the journey as a senior and still a junior by age. Sutemi was her attempt there from a combination, lovely Uchimata into the Sumigesh, wonderful exchange there against the Russian, and still Magushkov really hasn't got settled at this moment. He's a little bit flat-footed as he's come out right from the start. I think was shaken up a little bit by the pace of this, the nervous energy, I think, of his Turkish opponent.
It was the right idea that, to come on the other side there, but he's up against an experienced fighter who senses the body movement, that change in direction. He was able to work on quickly and step round it. Çalhanoğlu, good thinking, he just isn't up to
well, there's
yet.
a massive difference of maturity here, and I think their lovely coach Igari stumbled his opponent down.
Almost on the arm. Çalhanoğlu was quick to get the elbow tucked in. Else Magushkov would have been on that arm. Lovely footwork, wasn't it?
But for a 19-year-old young man,
Yeah.
19 years of age, he's given a good account of himself out here. I don't know whether he can sustain that level of condition out here. He's really battling away. Again, that switch of direction from Uchimata to a Sutemi-waza attempt. And but he's trying to hit first. This energy that is flowing through in this contest, it's not sustainable. Not against someone who's so strong as the Russian is.
And we're talking about Magushkov's experience and talking about the prospects of him at the European Championships. He's the silver medalist at the European Championships last year.
Yeah.
So it's not as though at 30 he spent. He's only just 30. His birthday was last month, but you know he's up there, isn't he? Single Shido picked up by Çalhanoğlu just for that overly defensive grip there, just keeping Magushkov off. I'm not surprised.
Well, when you think we're a minute and a half remaining in this contest and there's still no score, there's a little bit of trouble here, though, I think.
Yeah, he was looking to
rotate him there, and then he was
handle him over, and Çalhanoğlu physically strong enough to block that. That's a good sign. Everything looks good for Çalhanoğlu here.
Well, the based and how he's performed here in just this final alone, regardless on which way this goes, he's got to be really proud of this performance.
Yeah, I was saying everything looks good for Çalhanoğlu here, except Magushkov's record.
Exactly. We just know what this man's capable of doing.
Just unfortunate there with that drop. He felt the pressure of having to attack, and when he threw one in, it was a weak one, and he got called for a false attack. So a second penalty against Çalhanoğlu, but he has not by any means, been backing off.
No,
just picked up two errors, and that's reflected in the scoreboard.
Well, Magushkov there, I think he's just biding his time. He's waiting for his opponent just to open up and create something for him. And I think this could. Oh, he didn't get under the hips there for that Uranagi. You could sort of sense that that's what he was waiting for. But there's the first Shido for the Russian, and rightly so.
Yeah, absolutely. The coach wasn't happy, but he's playing a waiting game here.
And here another waiting game, but again this time.
It's all well and good to be clever and be defensive. That's good, but you have to remember to put in your attacks. And Magushkov has just let that slip a little bit here.
Well, Çalhanoğlu, oh yes!
It's a good thing he didn't put his hand up.
If he put his hand down, that would have been it. With 15 seconds to go, well, hopefully that isn't his opportunity gone. But what a cracking technique there, Coach Igari. Oh, and he spun out of that as well. So this is getting very heated out here with seconds remaining. And definitely people are applauding, and rightly so. This has been a very good match indeed. Whoa!
And he's going to score there right at the death. Right at the death.
Yeah. Çalhanoğlu takes the gold medal. Can you believe it?
I know what Magushkov is thinking here, but it's also a part of him being angry with himself, because it's a soft score.
Yes.
He looks for the counter, but he gets pushed down. He gets pushed down. Yeah, but that's a score. He's indicating his elbows, but that's a score.
Yeah, definitely a score.
Çalhanoğlu it is who takes it.
Well, my predictions came through.
And
can I believe it?
And yes. No belly aching after that from Magushkov. Just had to suck it up. He bows off. Yes, you've got to take it.
Yeah. what a wonderful finish in there.
But given what we were talking about, now the scenario changes because Magushkov doesn't come away from here
As the gold
with the
medalist.
gold medalist.
Yes.
He needed that to really put the pressure on. Çiloglu, however, the Turkish fighter, does. And there's
He goes home a hero.
nothing wrong with that.
Absolute hero, this young man.
He can't complain here.
19 years of age, amazing and lovely. Look at the power for such a young lad.
On both elbows as well,
Yeah.
not just one, on both elbows.
Hooks there.
Yeah.
Kosota lost control, but the upper body, the control on that arm, he spun it through and drove off that back leg there to finish it. Perfect. And he points the thing as if to say, I knew I was going to do that. Oh, well done.
Oh, Çiloglu it is, who a little bit surprising for some people, but not for Loretta Prusakova,
No.
who called it
Called
from
him
the
right
beginning.
At the beginning. Definitely.
Bilal,
I just love an underdog, that's all. Someone that's so young, has got nothing to lose but come out and perform. And that's exactly what this young man had done. He came out and performed.
we come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category. The athletes are lined up and ready, and there are the VIPs as well, ready to present them with their medals, awards, and no small matter of a check. So it's all going to happen here. The first of the bronze medals goes to Inbal Shemesh of Israel. Second of the bronze medals goes to Yasmin Olaville of France. Silver medal goes to Katharina Hecher of Australia. The gold medal goes to Andrea Leški of Slovenia. When have I said that before?
Yes, 2 weeks ago in Düsseldorf.
Top of the medal table now, Slovenia, 2 gold, a silver, 2 bronze, and they're not finished yet. Kazakhstan, Turkey, Russia, Israel, Switzerland, they all trail in the wake of the mighty Slovenia.
So 13, 14 countries already are on the medal table.
Yeah, double up with
Yeah,
8, yeah,
15.
so, yeah.
So 15. That's good.
Yeah, it's
going,
good
isn't
share.
it? A good share of medals.
And now the national anthem of Slovenia. Well, you'd want to say that Leški on the back of that Grand Slam win in Düsseldorf was, you know, player of the day today, but I don't think anybody, with the greatest of respect to the other categories that we've got to come, is going to get close to Bilal Çiloglu.
Çiloglu, definitely me.
Yeah.
Definitely support that.
5 fights, 4 Ippons, 2 Wazaris. Only taken the distance in 1 contest today. That was the final with Magushkov. But Leški, well, she can be happy. Back-to-back wins there. Right, here is her teammate, we'll come with the introductions in a second, but the next of the bronze medal contest in the under 70 kilo category features Alina Lengweiler of Switzerland. She's up against Anka Pogacnik of Slovenia. It's Lengweiler in the white judogi, Pogacnik in blue. And I think from our position here that the referee in the middle for this one, we'll call him in a second, but Loretta Kusat-Doyle is sitting alongside me. She's going to bring commentary on this one. The referee in the middle is Murad Chiari of Algeria. Loretta, it's all yours.
Right, yes, well, these two ladies have battled hard and well right up to this bronze medal final. Lengweiler coming across with a big harai. Didn't really have the upper body control there. Oh, a lovely Makakomi there, scoring a Wazari and straight into the Osakomi. Couldn't have asked anything sweeter there, but as you've got Lengweiler trying desperately to get out, and she does.
Just didn't trap the top half tightly enough. Pogacnik there. She dropped into the Ushiro Kezugatami, but the top half wasn't tight enough. But the legs look really good. They look in a
really
good position.
very, very strong. Just like you said, the upper body control wasn't there. She needed that head. Drop Sianagi there for Slovenia. Already have seen a teammate take the gold medal.
Yeah, I mean, what a nice Makikomi as well. Then nicely wrapped up arm. What a thing! You're waiting to come on for your contest, and you hear the national anthem.
Yes.
It's a bit of a boost, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And yesterday they had a lot of success. Great success from yesterday as well.
They're going to be difficult to catch in the medal table with
think
two
so.
gold medals now. Already a good way part through day 2. There's another Makikomi effort.
Definite, yeah, good Makakomi. A little bit stronger this time. Just didn't get the finish at the end, but the upper body control was there this time, where before it was the legs that was stronger. Now she needs to just combine both together to get that perfect finish. Well, Lengweiler really is starting to look like a bit of a rag doll out there. She's been caught a couple of times and she's all arms and legs and really hasn't been able to settle down in this contest at all. Had a good opening first attack and looked very, very strong, but then that was just the wake-up call for the Slovenian that's come back even stronger. Picks up a Shido here, but that's 2-1 at this moment, and we're just not even halfway yet. Just coming up to the halfway mark. Namakakomi, and that's a Wazari Asetiapo.
Yeah.
Well, she made easy work of that, definitely.
And that's not being disrespectful at all to Alina Lengweiler. It's a technique that Anka Pogacnik performs well. And if you get the right opponent and she launches properly, you know, they're going to go over, irrespective of how good they are.
Was out there. She started off a little bit slow at the beginning. The Swiss girl came in straight out with the first attack, and that was just a little bit of a wake-up for the Slovenian that came back very, very strong. And those Makakomis did not fail.
Well, she saw it twice, did Lengweiler, and on both occasions she wasn't able to stop it. Her coach, however, is the kind of man who's going to be able to take her back to the dojo and sort that one out. Giorgio Vismara, he's going to say, hey, we need to work on this, because you have to feel that coming. And no doubt he's pointing that out to her as they walk back. There's a second score. That was the first one, actually, that went into the Oshiro.
I was so surprised that didn't finish off in the Osakomi. It
Well,
really was. It looked, from this angle, looked quite strong.
And then on the replay, we can see why. She goes to trap the hip. So she's sitting in for the Oshiro, and she's got the hip trapped. But there's no part, the top half of the body, that's held. So Lengweiler is able to sit up. and eventually turn out of it.
Yes.
You've got to get some, you know, you've got to get some parts of your own body, even if you're going to hold with the
That's it,
hand down on
taking
there.
the arm.
But you've got to take the arm at the top.
The weight's got to come across the shoulders and the chest.
There wasn't anything. Well, there could have been disappointment for Sandra Diedrich. Well, there may still be disappointment, but she's got a chance here. Sandra Diedrich of Germany faces Roxanne Taemans of Belgium in the second of the bronze medal matches in the under 70 kilo category. It'll be Diedrich in the white judogi, Taemans in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Roland Peuger of Austria.
Well, Dietrich should be coming into this contest silently confident. She knows that there has been a head-to-head and she has had the upper hand of that win. But when you look at the statistics, there's very little between them as far as wins and age and grade. So they've sort of come through the ranks together. But there is just that one win that edges Dietrich that little bit further up. But Taemans today has had an outstanding performance. She's competed very, very well and has been challenged on a way up, losing just to Perez in the semi-final that knocked her into the bronze medal final. Well, the German, very strong, upright-looking athlete. Taemans there, punishing her a little bit in the ground.
She was out last year with a serious knee injury, Sandra Diedrich. She's come back this year, strong.
Well, she's looking very strong, has done throughout the day.
Just a single slip earlier on.
And this was one of your favourites for a medal here today, wasn't it, at the beginning?
Well, look what's happened to the others. Wish you hadn't brought that up now.
Taemans there with the drop Sienagi, lovely move there. Again, tries to find something in the Niwaza. Obviously very comfortable and confident down there as she spins around in the ground, looking to create a gap there. Taemans there, as you can see, using her feet quite nicely and piling that pressure on Dietrich, whose head went down, and trying to back out to avoid that engagement there. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Well, we did expect this was going to be a real battle for this bronze medal. For me, Taemans looking the stronger of the two, but does pick up the first Shido here. Dietrich throwing that right hand high on the collar, drawing the head of Taemans down, and Taemans will pick up another Shido in the same side grip. A real defensive move against that high collar grip of the German opponent. Taemans coming through now, trying to work. She does the drop Sienagi, follows on top, looking to try and create something down in the Niwaza. Spins her opponent over, but locks it all up. And obviously the referee can see that's very little to be gained by staying any longer in the ground.
Minute 49 left to go. 2 penalties picked up by the Belgium. Just at a disadvantage now, with the clock ticking away, and one error would put her out.
Well, as you can see, Dietrich has got a very, very strong grip there. And Ochigari stumbles opponent in. Yes, that's got to be a Wazari. And the timing just nice there. 1.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Now for Tiemens, there's nothing to lose here. Well, there is something to lose. There's a bronze medal if she doesn't really step it up now and be gutsy in her performance here. She cannot hold back. She cannot play safe. She has to really, it's all or nothing now, I feel, for her. She's capable of throwing. Dietrich, as you come in with the Ochigari combination, the Uchimata. Again, another strong attack. She's got a very strong Kumikata that's caused so many problems for Tiemens. Drop Cianagi, left herself a little bit too wide with that Cianagi drop. And valuable seconds are ticking away as they entered into the ground. And this is where Tiemens has got to be much more clever in the way she works those seconds to her advantage. Rescue it with an attempt of what looked to be a Makikomi. That's another running out the back door. Well, with just seconds remaining, Tiemens starting to look a little bit frustrated out there, and the pressure is on, which means she's not really thinking that well out there. Dietrich uses the time in the Niwaza and secures the bronze medal.
Well, I've seen Dietrich perform just that little bit better than this, but given her performance in Dusseldorf recently and now here, she's just beginning to show signs of you know, tidying up the bits of her game that were loose because of the length of time
she's
that she was
starting
off.
to look a little bit more confident, isn't she? She's come back, like you say, from a serious injury that in the back of your mind you just don't want to go back to that sort of dark place. So she's had these couple of competitions and she's performed well. She's had a steady progress into now securing a medal here in the Grand Prix.
On the podium again, Sandra Dietrich of Germany, a 5th place finish for Roxanne Temmers. Stay with us and we'll be back with the final of the under 70 kilo category.
Dear friends, the highlights on the screen.
So now we're coming up to the final of the under 70 kilos.
And this features Maria Perez of Puerto Rico. She's up against Asma Niang of Morocco. It's Perez in the white judogi, Niang in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is the former Olympic and double world champion Cho Min-sun of the Republic of Korea. And sitting alongside a world champion, former world champion, the same weight category. Oddly enough, at one stage, 52 kilos, believe it or not. Here is Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Fancy a practice?
I'll pass. She looks so much taller than me now. She
Huge.
must have grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we have Perez and Nang. Now, looking at the statistics of both of these are so evenly matched, even in maturity. So this is going to be a very interesting match. Both of these very feisty, aggressive fighters, and as you can see, there's no big surprise here. Oh goodness, here what we've got is Perez straight out. Well, it was the attack and straight in to the Wakigatami, and
Perez
Nang
is saying no way. Yeah. We'll see on the replay. And Sokomake.
Well, a hand Sokomake. Well, she was holding that shoulder, but she was able to kiss the crowd at the end,
That's
wasn't
stupid,
she?
isn't it?
So a bit played on it, but someone that couldn't hold her arm up. And now she has both hands up, so obviously she recovers very, very well. Now we hear the highlights of that very unusual experience. See, you've got his throw.
Right, there's zero doubt about it. Whether Asma Niang is hurt or not doesn't come into it.
Doesn't come into it. It was hand Sokomake.
It was hand Sokomake 100%.
Yes.
You cannot throw with that action. Now, the downside of that is that there was no need for
to dramatise it.
Asma Niang to have any kind of drama, because it's not necessary. They want to have a look at her arm. Now the medical staff want to have a look at the arm and give her a rub down and all sorts of things. It's not necessary, and it's not important. We'll come back to that in a minute, because we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category of 100% hand Sokomake. Right, let's see who we've got lined up down there. Right, the bronze medals go first of all to Anthony Zing of Germany and to Bekadil Shaim Medenov of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Musa Magushkov of Russia. The gold medal goes to Bilal Çalhanoğlu of Turkey. And now the national anthem of Turkey. And just very quickly, as the medals are being presented in the under 73 kilo category, a note on the hand Sokomake in the under 70 kilo category final. Maria Perez was shown the video by the head referee. She only needed to see it once, bowed deeply, said she was sorry, recognized that it was an error, and that was it. They showed her again, but she said, no, absolutely, that was my error. The only sad thing about it was there was that little bit of almost football, like, you know, gamesmanship with, oh, my arm hurts. You know, it doesn't have to hurt your arm.
A little bit of drama there, wasn't it?
It's the execution of poor
Yes.
technique that we're giving Hans Sokomake to, not whether you get your arm hurt or not. And she was going to get Hans Sokomake whether the arm was hurt or not. It was poor execution. We come now to the bronze medal contest in the under 81 kilo category. Hassan Kalmuzaev of Russia faces Dominic Ressel of Germany. It'll be Kalmuzaev in the white judogi, Ressel in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Claude Jimby of Gabon. Here is Loretta Cusack-Doyle.
Well, what we have is the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed in this competition. Both these athletes came in the most dominant positions and now battling away for a bronze medal here today.
So we get what one could reasonably have expected to be the final.
The final is
in,
now
in
a
the bronze medal contest.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you with the final then, Loretta. Here it is. The current Olympic champion in the white judo. That's got to be daunting, hasn't it? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, but
Who have I got in the
he's
bronze medal
beatable,
match,
and that's
coach?
what they're saying at the end of the day. Is he has his Achilles heels, and he was defeated in the earlier rounds against Al Bayrak of Turkey. So that was a little bit of a shake-up for the day.
Turkey going to end up stealing the show here if
I
our
think so, yeah. They've just
Bayrak takes that medal. We're getting ahead of ourselves a bit there. We've still got this one to deal with, and another bronze medal contest after this.
Well, Russell, the number 2 seed, as I said, in Düsseldorf took the bronze medal, and in The Hague, silver medalist, and he's silver in the European Championships. Very strong athlete in his own right, but like you say, daunting experience of having the Olympic champion in a bronze medal match, as well as being Masters gold medalist, World Championships silver medalist, and last year the Russian Grand Slam was a gold medalist as well, so he's a consistent athlete and just has the odd hiccup now and again to find himself in a bronze medal final where we were really just tipped this guy to winning it here today. But it was going to be a very tough weight categories. 21 competitors competed overall, and we had some very strong competition. Casse of Belgium, junior world champion.
Yeah, he is a good boy.
And he was a good lad as well, and he's done extremely well. Sadly, not he's obviously in the final. An attempt there from Russell, the drop Sianagi. Lost a little bit of control at the latter stage of that entry. And the first Shido now picked up from the Russian. Kalmuziev, as you can see, trying to throw that left hand onto the collar. Dismissed by Ressel. Completely ragged about, but that's just upset Kalmuziev. But there was lovely
Did we see that
counter.
earlier today against
Yes.
Kalmuzaev? Just hanging around a little bit too long.
Yeah, he leaves himself a little bit vulnerable there.
Doesn't sense the danger in the potential
No,
turn.
definitely doesn't he? He leaves himself so wide open. He's pretty laid back, isn't he? He's almost horizontal here. Doesn't seem to faze him, and obviously he's had that little bit of a wake-up call today. You would think that he's be a little bit more cautious going in, where it comes to a medal now. This is his last chance to get on that podium, and you don't want that sort of open, laid-back attitude as you enter in for a medal. Kalmuziev there, as you can see, trying to desperately get that left hand onto the collar. He works with his feet, stumbling Ressel to the ground. Wrestle blocking, taking, dismissing, trying to dismiss that left hand. Kalmuziev just powered him over.
Last few seconds here. Just a single Shido against the Russian.
Well,
And now he picked up a second, sorry.
Second Shido there now, and pressure a little bit, but we've seen this before. But circling motion there from the Russian. He circles around his opponent, trying to get that left hand positioned in a stronger place. There you've got Russell coming in with the Uchimata, the Koshiguruma attempt there from the Russian. And the last exchange of the match. Now we're into golden score. Well, every time the Russian gets that left hand onto the collar, it's completely dismissed from the German. He really has tactically done his work on this Russian. Knows exactly what to do and how to frustrate him, and he controls that left hand. As you see, Kalmuziev getting a little bit hacked off there. The Kochi attempt from the German. 31 seconds into golden score. Once again, Kalmuziev trying to get that left hand. It's dismissed, it's kept down. The German controlling it very nicely, has done right from the beginning. Comes in there this time, hooks him. The Kochi, he's got a combination there, but then once more, Russell just totally squashes it to the ground. Well, Russell has done a lot of work out here tactically. He knows exactly how to play this game. Controlling that left, he does extremely well in controlling his opponent's movements. Kalmuziev really under a bit of pressure now. But it is all about that left arm, if he can connect. Oh yes, and he does connect. Kosota. Well, it is looking as if the arm came over the top, but if it was an alternate, one grip after another with the left to the right, or was it both hands together, which some would call as the bear hug, which is illegal. But I think it was the left planted first, the right threw over the second, and the Kosota was there. Kosota gag.
And in any case, I think what you may see is that Wrestle attacked him first.
Yes.
So Kalmuziev can't employ the bear hug direct. He cannot just bear hug him. But what he can do is, if he is attacked, then he can grab him and execute that technique. So let's just have a look when we get the replay and make sure. But in any case, the referee and commission have had a look at it. It's all done and dusted, and Kalmuziev is the bronze medalist. Have a look. There you see, he gets attacked first, so there's no problem with that.
Yes.
It's not a direct attack, it's a counter, so you're safe.
And it was pure upper body control there.
Absolutely.
There was no legs really in it.
There's a little tap there.
They're the Kosota, but it's that right arm that comes under the armpit that gave it the final flaring finish to it. Beautifully executed.
He was welded to him at the top half of the body, and that's what really did, because when he throws his 81 kilos in that direction and his opponent's only got one leg to stand on, you're going to go.
Well, it was a great match, and Wrestle did so well tactically. He controlled that left sleeve for so long, but there's only so long you can try and keep a man like that out.
Dominik Druzeta of Croatia faces Henry Egotidze of Portugal in the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 81 kilo category. It'd be Druzeta in the white judogi, Egotidze in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Nedim Beyat of Turkey.
Well, looking at the statistics again, there's very little to divide both these athletes. They've never competed against each other. So, but on performance today, both have battled their way to this bronze medal final. Ekuditse, Poland junior European silver medalist. Well, first exchange of grips. Drusetta takes the upper hand there, that left hand round the over the top. Ekuditse taking the first Shido. Just a little bit of a settling process going on here at this moment. Both desperately trying to secure all legs and arms all over the place here. This was rocking from left to right. We wasn't sure who was going to fall there. Very gutsy move from both competitors. Ekuditse there, as you can see, with a strong grip now. That left hand on the collar, the right hand on the lapel, drawing his opponent's head down. Not really attacking from it, but comes in for the Osota Makakomi. Drusetta looking for that Osota. Ekuditse, as you can see, that left hand on the high collar. Oof. Well, he looked like he was falling there in the wrong direction. He had a very strong upper grip there with the left. The elbow tucked in very nicely. Drusetta, as you can see, both hands on the sleeve, drawing his opponent down. Both of them really not engaging in an attack, so both will pick up a Shido from this. Neither one of them advancing onto each other. Well, I'm surprised both of them not picking up one, but Drusetta takes the Shido.
I think if Drusetta's hands were above and pushing down on Ekuditse, maybe that's why they didn't give the second one, and they'd already called Mate there. So, and he also gets a penalty. Yes. So it wasn't a question of being on top. It was either one on this side, and they were both.
Yes.
You know.
One was about the grips and holding down. The other one was just not engaging at all.
So, 2 penalties picked up by Ekuditse. He's the one who's skating on thin ice, if you want to use that metaphor, because a single slip from him, and that'll be it.
Yeah, it cost him the bronze medal. And a very powerful looking athlete, but doesn't generate it through his actual judo. His kumikata is strong. He's very controlling when he gets his grip, but doesn't seem to follow it through with an attack. A little bit apprehensive there. Drusetta picks up a second Shido, so it's 2 apiece now. Either one of them taking the next one, or it could be even a double disqualification.
I think there's been too much activity, too many efforts for them to both get disqualified, unless they do something really silly. That normally comes about through passivity.
Well, again, it's one's holding the sleeve. They've opted for the same type of grip there. Equiditse there coming in for the attack. Bit of a panic reaction there from Drusetta.
Someone's going to go now.
And I think it could be Drusetta for that attack, a false attack.
Yeah, false attack, or
He panicked,
Yeah.
he didn't need to do that, and under a bit of pressure there from the grips of the Portuguese, he put in an attack that was nowhere near engaging enough.
oh dear. He's got a guilty look about him, hasn't he?
Well,
No?
he's letting it go, he's letting it ride. But he'll be keeping that in the back burner there. Drusetta, lovely Ochigari, oh so close, but there the hips come in. Nice comeback from the Portuguese. It's a bit of a one-to-one attack here at this moment, leaving this bronze medal open for either one of the athletes.
No, get your head up from
Well,
there. You're asking for
Drusetta,
trouble.
yes, he needs to. Oh, he needs to attack there now. I think, based on the last mate and looking at that, not quite sure. Will they allow it to go into golden score, or will they penalise?
May as well now. You're there. Scoreboard's rolled round. Seems like a waste. Not to give them one cycling golden score.
Well, I don't think that. There
No.
it is. That's.
Too much of a break in between one action and another.
I thought it was a score then. Maybe I'll. Drusetta starting to flag out there now. He's looking quite tired, and again, poor, just very defensive in the grip, drawing the arms down, hanging on for dear life here. Now I think Drusetta is going to pick up that third and final Shido for being negative. The head down. Also the grips itself, the sleeve grip was drawing towards the tatami rather than trying to lift and engage. So that, and on top of what we saw just before the mate, I think that's an accumulation of too many incidents that's going to be.
Another go.
Well, I'm very
I was with
surprised.
you. I was all for saying Drusetta was overly defensive. He was bent over. His arms were out straight. He didn't look as though he was going to engage there, but they've given him another shot.
But again, the head's gone down. Oh, so to Gary. Ah, yes, and that's the way you want to see it. You want to see a score, and that is a much better decision than giving somebody a hand sokumaki. But Drusetta was under a lot of pressure for some time.
Because he went there in exactly the same position, didn't he? He got bent over again.
Yes.
This time Equiditse,
Yeah, this time he just couldn't get his head up.
and he had sufficient enough strength, did Equiditse, to pull off what ended up as a really nice big Aragoshi for an Ippon. As Loretta was saying, that's the way you want to see it end. Okay, so it's Dominic Drusetta who has to settle for fifth place. Onari Equiditse of Portugal takes that bronze medal. We'll be back with the final after these highlights. It's actually a big Osodogari in the end.
Oof, lovely attack there.
Yeah. We come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Vedat Albayrak of Turkey faces Matthias Kass of Belgium. It's Albayrak in the white judogi, Kass in blue.
Well, looking at the age, 24 to 21, there's only 3 years of maturity, but the wins by is 64. Quite a few for Cassie. Cassie, junior world champion and a bronze medalist in The Hague last year.
The referee in the middle for this one is Cosmin Cristea of Romania. Haven't called his name at all today, have I? Must have been avoiding us.
Slipping around there.
Right, the final of the under 81 kilo category, and for this final, here is Loretta Kusak-Ball.
Thank you. And you've got Albayrak here representing Turkey in Tunis at the beginning of the year. Picked up a silver medal. Much in the statistics between these to divide these athletes, both there's 3 years of maturity between them, but as we've seen in previous finals, that age is just a number. Sutemi Waza there from Cassie. So a real tense atmosphere out here. Albayrak, great performance overall today. Quite an exciting athlete to follow throughout. Uchimata attempt there. Lovely control. Wazari scored. Just clipped the back of the leg for the Ouchigari. But real upper body control in the change of direction from that Uchimata. Albayrak trying to secure the grip. Cassie around the back, an attempt of a Sutemi Waza. As Albayrak comes on top, looking for an opportunity in the Niwaza. Referee swiftly brings them back up onto their feet. Another Sutemi Waza Tomonagi this time. Well, he got the movement, so it's not a false attack. Albayrak really needs to now start putting in 1 or 2 attacks himself. Ouchigari, so close from that angle. The Kosota would have been better on the opposite side. He left himself a little bit vulnerable there, Cassie. Kochigak, beautifully executed there. Very, very deep indeed. Albayrak was still with the Wazari lead, and 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining in this contest. Well, the Belgium really piling on a bit of pressure there as he works them on the edge of the contest area. Albayrak with a high collar grip controls quite nicely and plants his opponent down for a palm. Well, Albayrak takes the gold for Turkey, which is the second one today. So nicely, few steps up on the medal table.
Yeah, they're going to top the medal
They're going to
table.
top. They've got 3 now
Well,
in total.
Well, Cheloglu picks up their first, so this is their second. They've also got a second place with Bekir Ozlu yesterday. So the Slovenians will still head them, because the Slovenians have got 2, but they've also got 3 bronze medals. So
as well.
Be a little bit close at the top, but we've still got tomorrow to come.
Well, great win for El Barak of Turkey. Takes the gold medal.
Yeah, there you go. Slovenia top the medal table at the moment. Turkey on 2. There's a silver medal apiece for both Slovenia and Turkey, but the Slovenians have picked up 3 bronze medals. So 6 medals in total to Slovenia, 3 to Turkey. And it's those 3 bronze medals that have Slovenia up at the top. We've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category coming up now. We'll follow that with some highlights, and then we'll come back for the under 81 kilo category. So don't go anywhere. We've still got a lot to come. The bronze medals are being presented first of all to Sandra Diedrich of Germany, and then to Anka Pogacnik of Slovenia. Silver medal goes to Maria Perez of Puerto Rico, but the gold medal goes to Asma Niang of Morocco, and the president of the Moroccan Judo Federation, Shafiq Al-Khattani, is making the presentation. Right, as I said, after this family picture that they're going to take, now we're going to have some highlights, and once we've had those, we'll be back with the last of the awarding ceremony. That will be for the men in the under 81 kilo category. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. The medals are going to be presented by the International Judo Federation Sport Director, Mr. Armin Bagdasarov. Right, the bronze medals go first of all to Henry Egotidze of Portugal, and also to Hassan Kalmuzaev of Russia. Silver medal goes to Matthias Kasse of Belgium. The gold medal goes to Vedat Albayrak of Turkey. And now the national anthem of Turkey. Well, at the end of day two, Slovenia are still atop the medal table. They picked up a second gold medal today with Andrea Leschke in the under 63 kilo category, but Turkey now have 2 gold medals. There were gold medals also for Kazakhstan, Russia, Israel, Morocco and Switzerland on these first 2 days. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you more live action from the third and final day of competition at the Agadir Grand Prix. But from Loretta, Cusack Doyle and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.